All right, so welcome back to the Silver Podcast, everybody. It's April 9th, 2025 today, and we've got some interesting price action to break down today in silver.
Yeah, definitely some movement worth taking a closer look at.
Absolutely. So just right off the bat, what kind of stands out to you from today's silver chart?
Well, the first thing that jumps out is that initial dip we saw. Silver pulled back and found support between the S3 and S4 levels.
Okay, so support for listeners who might be new to this kind of thing, it's essentially like a price level where buyers tend to step in, right? It's like a temporary floor for the price.
Exactly. It's that area on the chart where you often see buying pressure come in and prevent the price from dropping further.
And then it looks like we saw a pretty decent bounce back from there, even hitting that R5 resistance level.
Yeah, we did. And that resistance level is basically the opposite of support. It's where sellers become more active and can potentially put a cap on further price increases, at least for the time being.
So it's kind of like those S&R levels are creating this range where silver is comfortable trading right now.
It does seem that way. And you know what's really interesting is that this price action actually mirrors what we saw on the hourly chart on April 7th.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was that big move back then that seems to be kind of defining the boundaries for silver's movements now.
Precisely that prominent candle from April 7th is still playing a role in shaping the current trading range.
So if we're looking ahead for the rest of this week, is there a particular level that stands out to you as a potential target?
I'd say keep an eye on the hourly R4 level, which is currently around 32.48. That looks like a likely target for silver to potentially reach this week.
Okay, got it. So that's our near-term focus. And then thinking a bit bigger picture, zooming out to next week, it sounds like the Dow Jones could really impact where silver heads.
Oh, absolutely. The Dow's performance is definitely something to watch closely. If the Dow trades sideways, we might see a slow, steady uptrend in silver. Nothing too dramatic, but a gradual climb.
Okay, kind of like a slow and steady wins the race scenario.
Exactly. But on the other hand, if the Dow starts to rally and show some real strength, that could translate into a much sharper rally for silver.
So a rising Dow could be really bullish for silver.
Exactly. There's often a correlation there where positive sentiment in the broader market lists precious metals like silver as well.
But what if we see the opposite? What if the Dow takes a dip next week? What could that mean for silver?
Well, that's where things could get a bit dicey for silver. A falling Dow could put some serious downward pressure on its price. And this is where leverage comes into play.
Right, leverage meaning traders using borrowed funds to amplify their bets, essentially.
Precisely, and if the Dow drops sharply, those leveraged positions could really magnify silver's losses.
So a falling Dow could create a bit of a domino effect for silver.
It's definitely a possibility, especially if leverage is involved, but there's also a potential silver lining to this scenario.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, if silver does see a significant drop next week, particularly one fueled by leveraged selling, that could actually create a very attractive entry point for buyers down the road.
Ah, so it's like a buy low, sell high kind of situation.
Exactly. It's all about recognizing how these broader market movements can create future opportunities in specific assets.
So for our listeners out there, the takeaway here is to keep a close eye on the Dow. Its performance over the next week or two could give us some valuable clues about potential moves and even some potential buying opportunities in the silver market.
Absolutely. It's all connected.
All right, fantastic. Well, thanks for breaking all that down for us today. Really appreciate your insights.
Happy to be here anytime.
And to everyone listening, thanks for tuning in to the Silver Podcast. We'll be back tomorrow with another update on all things silver. So until then, happy trading.